Good. Awesome. Well, thank you guys here for having us. I'm really excited about the opportunity to coach this team in the TaxAct Texas Bowl against Kansas State. It'll be a really great contest between two really prestigious football teams, both who have proud histories, both teams who pride themselves on being physical, and have a great support group across the country. So we're excited to go to Houston and play this game in an unbelievable venue. We're excited to play in front of our fan base. Houston has a huge support and alumni base for LSU football, and so it's a great opportunity for our guys. We had our first practice yesterday. Our players went out there. It was incredibly spirited and competitive. It was great for our guys to get back to playing football. We've had a little bit of time off since our last home football game, and our guys definitely went out there and got after it. So really excited about preparing this team, sending our seniors out the right way, and going out and competing one more time together. So that has been the focus really in this journey going forward. I'm really, really optimistic about what this team can and will do in Houston when we go out and play Kansas State. So with that, I'd love to open it up for any questions you guys have for me.
Hey, Brad, it's Michael here in town again. Obviously, everyone wants to know how you want to approach the quarterback position. Have you, Coach Kelly, talked about that?
Sure.
Garrett, figured out what he wants to do?
Yeah, you guys didn't waste any time getting to that one, did you? Awesome. Yes, so the quarterback situation obviously is something everybody wants to know about, and so we've put together a plan here that we feel really great about. We have a multitude of quarterbacks taking reps during practice. Garrett Nussmeier being one of them. We're working through some things right now to be able to have him play for us and still maintain his red shirt, and so that's something obviously that's in process. If that were denied for whatever reason, we have some contingencies in place. We will be able to move the football and execute our offense.
Rookie, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. More than win in this bowl game means the team heading into the offseason.
I'm sorry. Could you repeat that? I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. What would a win in this bowl game mean to the team heading into the offseason?
It would be a big win for our program. It'd have a huge significance for us. Number one, just finishing this season off. We have a group of selfless men in our locker room, and I think they exemplify toughness. It's probably one of the most close-knit teams that I've ever been a part of, where it's truly a group of guys who go out and fight and compete for one another. In the midst of adversity or any uncertainty and things that have gone on, this season around our program, our guys have stayed together. They haven't blinked. They haven't made excuses or pointed the fingers. They've simply gone to work. And so this is an opportunity for us. When everything seems perhaps, uncertain or maybe unstable at times, when you roll that football out there and our guys get a chance to go compete, that's the main thing. You know what I mean? And so I've never had any questions or concerns as it pertains to our guys' willingness to go compete. We won't be a distracted football team. There won't be any excuses made regarding our performance. We expect to go out and execute, play fundamental football, and we certainly have a respectful opponent that we're going to play, and we know they're going to bring it as well. So we don't have time to put our energy and focus on anything outside of winning this football game.
What can fans attending the game expect to see from the team?
Sure. Well, first thing, we want to make sure that we put a group of kids on the field, or men on the field for that matter, that'll be incredibly disciplined and tough. Obviously, Coach Kleiman, his program is built around the same things. And so we're expecting it to be a physical, hard-nosed football game. It should be a group of kids that you see that bring excitement to the table. Our guys, they love playing football. That's something that I hope will jump off of people's TV screens if they're watching at home. You're going to see a group of guys that are fired up to play for one another. Our guys relish in being LSU Tigers. This is one of the premier football programs in the country, bar none. And it's an honor to go out there and put on the purple and gold and represent the state of Louisiana. So, I fully expect our guys to go out and execute at a high level. We expect our guys to go out and play an exciting brand of football. But more importantly, if you watch between the lines, you'll see a group of men that really, really care about each other, and that's something we're really proud of.
Houston is an important recruiting area for any college program, but considering you'll be back with LSU next season, do you view this game as an opportunity to show the market what your program is all about?
Sure. Well, every game is an opportunity. LSU is a program that's on a big stage, obviously playing in the SEC, and the SEC West in particular. So every opportunity that we get to go and show our product, to go out there and show our brand of football and represent the state of Louisiana is a great opportunity for us. Obviously playing in a prestigious venue like NRG Stadium and playing in a great bowl game like the Texas Bowl for us is a great opportunity to, show kids that, in the midst of, things going on in your program or around your program for that matter, football is the most important piece of this thing going forward for our team. So I'm excited about the opportunity. It's a big deal for our kids to go and win this game.
Mark?
Right, how kind of crazy is it that you opened the season working here, now you're going to end the season playing here?
Yeah, I tell you, it's funny how things sometimes go full circle. It's definitely was something that we could not have anticipated, obviously, on either end. You know what I mean? From an expectation standpoint going into the season, obviously we did not expect to be displaced, by a hurricane or natural disaster. And yet it was a testament to, the administration here at LSU for how we pulled together. And it was certainly a testament for the city of Houston, how they welcomed us with open arms and made our time there comfortable. So it is somewhat of a fitting ending to go back to Houston and be able to finish this season. Our players are super excited about it. It's a great place for our kids. Not only to go out and compete and play football, but in their leisure time to be able to enjoy the city of Houston. They've got so many, different amenities and things to offer for people who are out of town. So, we fully expect our players to be able to partake in some of it, not too much, obviously, because we want to remain focused on the game. But it is a fitting ending, and we couldn't be more excited.
Coach Adam Gattuso, Tiger TV. Excuse me. A couple weeks ago, recently Will Campbell came out and announced he would be signing with LSU. But a couple weeks ago, before that, he had mentioned he was really just hoping you would be retained under this new staff. Does that mean anything to you as a coach or as a person when someone comes out and says something like that about you?
So I'm not allowed to talk about recruits here. It's an NCAA violation. It's an honor when anybody feels that strongly convicted about a coach. What I tell all recruits in terms of them attending LSU, it's never about one person. LSU football is bigger than any coach that's here now or has been here or will be here. The brand itself, the university, what it stands for, the opportunity to run out that tunnel in Death Valley, that's something that really no recruit should ever pass up. So even though I'm not allowed to speak on particular recruits and those things, I'm honored to be here. Every day that I've been here has been a joy for me. I understand every day what's at stake. That I have to show up and I have to produce and put a product on the field that allows LSU to progress and move forward. So I'm excited about the opportunity to continue to do that.
Hey, Coach Day, this is Glenn West with LSU Country. Good to be talking to you again. I guess, tomorrow's a big day for the program in terms of just the early signing period kicking off. Can you just talk about how you coordinated with Coach Kelly and just kind of your thoughts about tomorrow and how it's going to go for you guys?
Sure. We hit the ground running. Recruiting obviously is the lifeblood of any college football program. And so in the time that Coach was here, obviously we debriefed him on, the targets that LSU had as it pertains to signing a class here on tomorrow. And so did a thorough evaluation, both in terms of physical attributes and more so character, different traits and things that fit, Coach Kelly's, his program philosophy. And I feel great about it. I think the guys we're going to bring in are going to be great representations of LSU football. High character, talented athletes who value education. And so, we are incredibly excited to bring in a great group of, future champions here at LSU. So we can't wait to show off to the world the guys that are going to be a part of our future going forward.
try to squeeze in a couple. Has that been an easy sell with the transition in the recruiting pitches? And then secondly, I know you don't want to tip your hand, so I'm not going to ask you who, but is O'Dowd or Folk going to be the guys? And how do you juggle that? Because obviously the bowl prep is about next year as much as it is about the game.
Sure. I'll answer your first question first for sure. Yes, it's been a great sell. You look at Coach Kelly and what he's accomplished in his career as a head football coach is nothing short of phenomenal. He's had success, but more importantly, he's had consistent success. In the time that I've gotten to spend with him, conversing about what his plan looks like, I'm really excited for our players. I'm really excited for LSU football. It's definitely he has a plan. It's not a just a slogan or just coach speak. I think that when we get an opportunity to turn the page and coach is able to resume full control of this team in terms of leading them for the 22 season. I think our players are going to really love what we do and how we go about doing it. So I'm excited to be a part of it. I'm excited to go and fulfill all the expectations that coach has for us. As it pertains to the quarterbacks, obviously as we're yesterday was our first bowl practice, and so as I'm spending time here. Preparing, for the bowl game. The biggest piece is obviously, the rep count in terms of who's getting reps and how we're preparing our guys. And so we have a plan for that. Again, I talked, previously about, the potential of Garrett Nussmeier playing for us in this bowl game. But we do have a contingency. We're being very intentional about how we rep our team. We will be able to execute the offense. Sorry, Mike. It's about much as you're going to get, buddy.
Hey, Brad, it's Scott Rabelais from The Advocate. Grew up playing lots of rounds of golf at Howell Park.
Yes, sir.
When I was a kid. With the players who've been injured, the players who've left, maybe, with final exams and stuff, are there any concerns about that you would definitely have enough players to play this bowl game?
Well, we need 11, and we've got that many for sure. I'm choosing to focus on, the guys that are here, the guys that have made the choice and commitment to go out and finish the season, for their teammates more than anything. No, we don't have concerns regarding the safety. Obviously, that's key and it's paramount. Obviously, is for player safety. I've been very, very thorough and intentional about how we've planned practice. To number one, get our players in elite shape to go out and perform. But number two, keeping guys healthy, and giving us our best opportunity to get our best players on the field on January the 4th. So we're not going to have any excuses. I guess that's the best thing I can tell you, Scott. We're going to go out and compete at a high level. That's probably the best thing I can tell you. We'll be fine.
Hey, Coach, good morning. Shock Tuesday from Channel 9. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, man?
Good. Back to Nussmeier. Has the NCAA given you like a timeline, like we'll let you know in a week or something like that, if he can play without losing the year of eligibility?
Yes, they've given us a timeline.
Okay. You just can't share that.
That's right.
Appreciate it.
Hey, Brad Wilson, Alexander from The Advocate. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right. How are you? When it comes to y'all as a staff, it's sort of you're still very much in transition as a staff. And as y'all are trying to put together this recruiting class, is it helpful or advantageous to have these 7 transfers that you can bring in not count against these 25? Is it maybe particularly helpful in a year like this when everything is kind of in flux?
They haven't really been factored, I guess, into the bowl preparation piece of it all. I think it'd be you're talking about mid-year guys, or explain your question more. Well, I'm sorry.
Sure. Just the fact that y'all can bring in up to 7 transfers to replace 7 transfers who
I got you.
Not against the 25.
Yep.
Is that particularly helpful in a year like this when everything's kind of in transition?
Yes, incredibly. I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Yeah, absolutely. It's roster management is a really, really big part of your success. in a particular football season. Number one, because, if you operate at a deficit or have fewer numbers, it puts strain on other bodies. Does that make sense? And so, you want to be able to have a full roster to be able to go out and just execute practice, to obviously develop competitive depth. But the most important piece, obviously, taking care of your kids. Obviously, with the elements here in South Louisiana, and just really the nature of college football being incredibly physical. When you start operating at a deficit, meaning asking your players to go out and compete at a high level with a shortage of numbers, it can be very taxing and stressful on our student athletes. So, yeah, that rule for sure, will create in my opinion, a better working environment, not only for LSU, but really all of college football.
Okay, last one for Cobble.
Sorry, buddy, keep coming back to this. John Trey in play?
Yeah, we expect him to play. He's done a phenomenal job all year. He's worked his butt off. He's definitely in the plans for us. So I'm excited about him. He's got an unbelievable. I can't really just speak highly enough of him and the way that he works and goes about his business. So fired up for him to have an opportunity to go out and compete for this team. But really, all of our guys. All of our guys. At yesterday's practice, I wish you guys could have been there. It was super electric. Just a ton of energy. Guys just having fun. Finals are over with. It's been a long season, but we get an opportunity to finish it, and put a bow on it. So we respect the heck out of our opponent. We fully anticipate to compete in a very, very physical game. And we're excited about the opportunity to go play in a great college football, or professional, for that matter, venue in front of some of the best fans in college football, which is the LSU Tigers. So thank you guys very much for having me.
Thank you, Brad. Appreciate the time.
You bet. Thank you, guys. Go Tigers.